Hello, welcome everyone. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the High Estate Trail waterproof light jacket. I've wanted to review it for a while. I've had it a couple of months, but I wanted to wait until I'd done a longer rainy run before I shared my thoughts with you on it. And luckily yesterday I went out, the weather was horrible, and there was 3 hours of rain and I was wearing this the whole time. So now I feel in more of a position to be able to share my thoughts on this jacket, the positives, the negatives, which should hopefully help you weigh up whether you want to buy it or not. So let's start with the positives firstly. It's waterproof to 10,000 millimeters, and that means that it's going to pass lots of mandatory kit list checks for races. Not all of them, but lots of them have 10,000 millimeters waterproofing as a minimum requirement. And it also has tape seams and a hood as well, which is also listed on some mandatory kit lists for races. The other thing I really like about it is how it's well adjusted. So I got this in a medium, and I'm usually a medium, and it has enough space for me to fit my race vest under if I want to, so I can fit my race vest under here. But it's also not too big at the same time. And if you want to adjust it more to your body shape, your body size, then it's got a number of features which helps you to do that. So firstly, around the hood, which incidentally has a nice little peak on it, you've got these things here. So you've got two adjustable cords, so you can tighten it up, and that means that it can be nicely fitted round your head and ensure that the hood doesn't fall down on a rainy day. So that's really good. It's also got one on the back actually as well, so that you can bring this further into your head like that. And then it's got a couple just on the bottom of the jacket as well, so you've got one on either side. You've got one here, and then you've also got one on the other side there, again just to make sure it's really tightly fitted round your waist. So the other thing I like about this jacket is also the zip pockets. You've got one here, so I can fit my phone in there, which I usually wouldn't have in there if I'm running, because then it would go up and down, but if I'm walking I would have my phone in there, or you could put a gel in there or whatever you like. And then the other zip pocket it's got is on the back, just here. Again, nicely placed. You could fit like a small scarf or a buff in there or something like that. And actually the jacket folds up into this pocket as well. So you can see there the cords that allow you to fit the jacket round the waist. A possible limitation though with those cords is that actually they are elasticated. And the problem there is you've got this strap which allows you to put the jacket round your waist when it's folded up, but because these are elasticated, as you run along it bounces up and down. So it'd actually be much better if these elasticated cords were actually firm, if they weren't elastic. So that's one possible design limitation on it. So it's got good fittings and adjustments, like I said, a couple of good zip pockets in there. Other things, value. I mean, it's only £45 the jacket. I bought it from Sport Shoes, and I think for what you get, it's pretty good for that. So let's go on to the negatives. Let's think about the other side of this. So the first negative here is the rustle that you get when you go along, and it's not too bad. I saw some reviews of this online which said that it was almost like running in a crisp packet. I wouldn't go that far. There's a slight kind of rustle as you're moving and running along, which, you know, for me isn't too significant. I don't think it's a major negative on the jacket, but it's noticeable in comparison to some other jackets out there, so that might be one thing to bear in mind. The second thing I would say is that it is only good really for light rain. I took it out for several hours yesterday, and about 2 hours into the run I was feeling wet underneath, and that was for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because a bit of rain was coming through, and secondly because the breathability isn't particularly good. So as you start to perspire, as you start to sweat underneath, you can feel the jacket getting a bit clammy, which I think is an issue for a lot of waterproof jackets, but maybe slightly more so for this one with its lower breathability. So those are my thoughts overall on the High Estate Trail waterproof light jacket. Overall, I think it's a good value purchase. Maybe not so good for longer distances if there's going to be a lot of rain, and also if you're going to be out for long periods of time. But for those shorter runs where there might be light showers or showers here and there, then it's certainly a good buy for that. Hope you found that useful. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. I've got other reviews up, as well as park runs, trails, marathons, ultras, etc. Thanks for tuning in.